day of M1 following our trading plan. I'm just going to put this here and I'll come back to see if we did this, because what I did during the day, I want to try and see if I replicated it when I can look at all the old data. There might be difference in the feed, because I've noticed that feeds can be very interesting. There was a trade. I remember this trade, even I believe KX took it. So on US 100, this was one big expansion. This was lovely, and price came within. Of course, this was up market open, came to it and dumped. But on this feed, for instance, this was two structures, and this trade wasn't valid until year, and when market didn't come back into it. Of course, the next time, that's interesting though, when market came back here. Of course, this was, but that's what I'm just trying to say, is like feeds. But I will use this because this is the feed that is closest. I don't know, for some reasons Blackpool has a feed that imitates. They said for the continuous futures chart, but I've seen that I think this other one, imitates it more. See, they provide, see this week here, this 709. 709 was lower than 710 on this, they said, on their futures contract, but on their regular CFD, 709 was high. It is higher than 710. Let's see what's on the NQ. Of course, this is, and I know this is just a normal chart we have access to. 701 and on 701, 709. So I'm guessing this is indeed the futures chart. But I know that I started using this because there was a day, I think Eric and I were talking, and I realized that this CFD chart mimicked what she was saying much more than this other one. But for the sake of argument, because why? Oh no! I deleted something that was wrong. I just remembered why I cannot use this, at least for now, because this also houses H1 trading for me, so there will be some stuff here that I would not want to delete. So just use this because our thing is that we do not have crazy stuff. So normally we start from 4 a.m. So we'll move, just keep it consistent. We can do this. So because, like I said, I'm lazy, and we said at 4 a.m. for this true day. Of course, we can look back to see. Okay, so at 4 a.m. we were the highs. There was definitely, I can see some shots here, but at 4 a.m. do we have anything we can reference back that is important? Yes, we had the highs, but this expansion did not have anything until here. So if you are referencing, you could use this maybe after this and sell. Yeah. So we'll start with that. I don't think I did that, but because that is a lot, and I don't know, because when you're back testing, it's when you're looking at old data again, or even it almost happened there, it didn't. So, yeah, if you were shorting this, and this would be, if you were shorting this is a type 1 OB. We validated, we must not validate this then if the price is expanding up. So we have this. I'll bring up our points stuff and I'll write it there for Friday. So this is a win and a loss. So we have a win for 22 points. So delete all this. Why do I have 8 stuff on this chart? That's strange. must be old stuff. Long. Okay. There are several charts. We don't need all of that. Drop back to M1. Quant is talking about multi-time frame analysis, which is lovely. So see that. So we're still following our trading plan. I do not know why it doesn't change, because I'm trying to use a different text, but it doesn't change for some reason. So, right, no, nothing changes. Red doesn't change, it's just stuck. Either which way, so we're back to 4. So at 4, what do we have? We have this expansion. It says it's a type 1. It will be so. This is the expansion. We do not want. Price doesn't confirm. It confirms 2 bar but doesn't do a CST, so I do not engage it. This is not a loss. Do not expand above this. It does here. Okay. Until we come below here, we want to buy. Where am I targeting? Is a type 2. Very lovely. CST 2 bar, buy this. Don't close below this. Okay. Below this is, I'm not going to put it here. OB, other block, FEG. There. I'm not going to stop here at 10 points because I remember this trade. I'm going to expect price to expand. Usually after this, once price is closing above this, I'm thinking, okay, expand. Of course, this makes sense because 2 bar CST dies. It's okay. I would accept the fact that I would have traded as beautiful as this. I would fail the plan, but I would win because this is great. But it happens. So that is why when this, if this is so once this closes, so once I close and that closes also confirming this, that is 9 points. So let's just say 10 points. We have a 10-point loss. There. And once this closes again, what is the next confirmation? Do not close above this. We did, of course, we did here, but we got this sell. It closed above this. Okay, when would we close our sell? Once a long is confirmed. Did we confirm a long? No. Until here. So do nothing. We win. What is the next thing? If we are looking back according to our stuff, when we're looking back, this was there, but this was happening high. I think I took this trade, but I shouldn't. Why? It's happening at this M level. I should only back. So if I'm referencing at 5 o'clock, okay, this is nice. I think I might hit this close there, but if you didn't, yes, this is all fun when it comes back here, but this is not a trade you should be in. I'll not put exactly on the line. So something. 1, the RR is not worth it. 2, this is happening at the highs. So that is not a reference. So what do we have? This expansion closed above. Is it valid? Is this valid? Yes. Is it a short? Yes. Why? It is not an FUG, so I'm selling that. The difference between here and here is just 1 point or 2 points. So where am I targeting? Once we are closing above this, this is the ideal place, but this is too small, it's not worth it. I would push my lock here or back here to this entry to see what is happening. Market dies in one swoop, but shouldn't be, this would not be worth it because this, at least I want 10 points. This is not valid. So this is where you track. Close once it's hit, once price is coming back here, I would not like it because I'll be like, oh, it already hit its target. But CST, this will be the risk. After this, watch it. Once this candle close, I'm closing. Oh, I'll do 20 points if I swipe. I think I was in the long game, if I'm not wrong. But we'll see. I'm used to saving 20 points. So we'll see what happened. What happened next? Expansion. We closed above our expansion. Yeah, this is painful unless this is a type 2. Okay, this is, you see, I said unless it's a type 2. Very close. Type 2. You can buy this up. Truly believe it's going up. And buy it for 20 points. I'm not going to have this win because I do not know if I took it. But this is a type 2 that you can buy. A type 2 that is forming an OB. No top week minimum. I'm targeting this. No top week. Bounce it up. Because also we have to come back for this. So me extending my stop for this guy means I will choose to come back here to pick it. No top week. No top week. 18 points. When I see this and it sees this rejection, I'm thinking, you know what, either be or close it. But 20 points at least, oh yeah, it's good. This is 19. If it's not here, then it's not taking. You see, this 20 point or 16 point. Okay. This, I didn't take this loss. No, I don't like the fact I've seen it, but let's just confirm. Even though I see this now, this is something I can trust, but let's leave it alone. So we closed above our expansion again, right? So why was I trying to sell? That's strange. Okay. Maybe I was trying to sell this. I was trying to sell this again, which is madness considering the fact that it already won in this swoop. So I was trying to sell this again. So what don't I want to see? If I was selling this again, I don't want us to see it close above this. So my stop will be here, even though they can eat it. Once we close this, okay, I don't like it, but it will close up here. Though my stop will be somewhere here too. Be there. But once we close this Y, FEG, so negative 12. We close this, now we need a type 2. Type 2. Buy. My stop will be down here. I don't like this, so yeah. No bottom week. FEG. FEG. I will have put it here, but this is just directly. Things like this can happen, whereby there's a week. I want my trade to breathe. This is just 1 point or less than 2 points away from that. So no top week, no bottom week. So yeah, my target, I'm thinking market wants to expand. This maybe not in this instance because it didn't expand above, but why not? It closed here. Trade is invalid. Why? We did not close above. We could wait for B. This is a loss, so we'll take -7. Trade is invalidated. So we go to the 5 minutes. We play this. Come back to the 1 minute. So so far so good. Let's come back to what we did or didn't do. So this is a play. This is 4 AM. I don't remember. We had this loss. We didn't take this. I returned to this, but we considered it inside here. So we took this, this lost. So loss, correct. We didn't take this. This is pre 4 AM, so we didn't consider it. Oh, okay. I was considering this that I missed this. Let's see what I did there. Expansion. No. this trade is not valid. This was our trying here. This is the stop. I was looking. Okay, I didn't, in this other one, I didn't study anything before. I think we did. No, we only have 2 wins so far. And if we had 2 wins so far, we had this as a win. So I got this trade, we got this trade, but we got it here. Okay, we got this trade, I'll put this above. So we can delete this, we put this above. This was 20 points, was 22 on the other feed. So yeah, we got this trade. Okay. So this is the first one. We got this one. That the ratio we didn't trade this because these are 3 o'clock. So fair enough. Loss, which we had around a 10-point loss, which I didn't, which is not here, but it's valid. Okay. We go back here. And we've done this. Now we are here. I have this. So at the start of 5 a.m., I'm referencing this. Okay, we can buy this, but why don't we buy? It's high up. Yes, I wanted to go up, but it took me out and didn't expand above again. Actually did, but last minute and didn't give any interest. So price could be like it's expanding. Of course, it went to hit the target for this. Very painful. There's no way I'm putting my stop so low, even if it's 20 points, right? So we got type 2. Only 20 points could have saved me, but chances I'm doing this is very low. Chances are very low. Very low. No, we don't do that. So unless I want to use standard 20 points on everything and just use that as a SL, but it can easily eat it too, and doesn't matter. Expansion, close above this, then no candles closing above because this is the first expansion, so there's nothing to trade here. Nothing to trade here, even though this just goes down, unless you're using quant style. Expansion, all of a sudden, if quant style, then this will be your trade here. Because this didn't take this out, so next one didn't take it out. Once you have this CST, usually once you have this one again, you have to take this low as a double confirmation there. 20. And I think Quant had a trade, but if you was trading 5 minutes and I was inside here, according to Quant, this is your trade, so you would have won this 20 points, which is lovely. But keeping it continuation of Quant, I do not want to do early entries yet because of my own state of mind. Then no, I wouldn't. There's no point trading this. So this is a trade. I want to trade above. Yes, maybe this is a trade. Why it is an expansion at these highs. OB CSD here. Trade 8 points, and your target is this 5 points. If it gets to 10, no, it's not just worth it. It's a very, because this has 1, this is the lowest I'm considering, and it's just 8 points. So yes, we can add 8 points, but 13 for 8. No, I'm not going to add it. So. And this is one that you will have been pissed off at, but it's just the price runs into it. Had it been this closed above this, and it's an OB, very good. Let's see, because it's possible on another feed. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it did not. So if this had been an OB to this guy, oh, it would have been glorious. But these are the times whereby the mechanical doesn't allow you to take a trade, but also it's the life. Rules must be followed. Dies. It's our DD level, so number 3. Range of opportunity. This I'm also a little bit confused on this trade because we've already hit this, but makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Didn't close below this, of course, close below this. First range, sorry, first CSD was here, so inside here, stops, range of opportunity, first place 20 points, and then first place is the D level. Close below, came back above. Okay, let's say you didn't engage it because you felt like you didn't like the fact it's closed below. CSD, next CSD was here. That is crazy. You didn't buy this. This is invalidation. So if I buy this because I saw this, I cannot, even my best invalidation is below here. 50 points. Why am I? That is just a trade that lost, and I'll be really angry that I didn't get in. Yeah. So this is the first trade, but I say you didn't take that because you wanted it closed below. I've not seen. I've yesterday or we saw a situation where it closed below, and the first CSD was not nice. I think I want to find that. We should look at that. But I still think CSD is enough, especially if we have like a type 2. So in this instance, if you saw a trade after this, you should buy this because this is the first type 2. Of course, it's an OB of it with CSD. This close above. This is a valid trade. This is a trade I would buy. Yeah. This is a type 2. Type 2s are continuations. Yes, this is a type 2 that is a continuation, but this is the first time we're breaking this. This is a retest of it. This is a continuation I want to buy. But in real life, it was either this here that I saw this, and then I was like, you know what? Let it come back and give me again another CSD. Okay, fair enough. This CSD. I will not put my stop here. It has to be down here. It cannot be here. No bottom wick. Type 2 that it didn't confirm, but it's the first CSD after eating this again. Did you even eat it? No. I'm wary. If you come here, you would see well, this was the trade. This didn't eat. This was, and I deleted this. So I was like, you have to wait. It's hard, but for me, this is valid. This is very valid, and I think I will stick to that in the future too. Trade. Stops here is 30.32. I'll not go more than this. I'll max this 50. It's really big. This or this. Why this? Because this is the low. So of course, once this happens, I'll be very pissed off at myself because I'll be like, this 37 points and then came back to I goes again, dumps, and I hit. But just because in this instance we had it's up to here, even up above, so range of opportunity. 84. Or let's say this happened, and then when this happened, you added on that trade. 49, that's 330 points. 49.51. Also, okay, no, it did not. So, what else? I saw a trade there. But this was just missing. I felt from here to here is a range of price. From here to here is on that range. This was another expansion into the hem. This was an expansion that closed it, but they did have an FEG. No. So any short here is based on what? It's based on number 2. D. And before we open the new one, we were trading above a D. So what's the best entry you can get? At this place failing to close it. This is a type 2. Sell. We've reached your range of opportunity and we're rejecting from it. So this is it. We're rejecting from it. If you're crazy enough, yeah, bag. So this is madness. That's what I was saying. This is, yeah, 37 point. I'm not going to have this because I don't know if I would take that in real life, but it's there. But I don't know if I put money on it, how confident I would be taking it. But it's valid. So long charts. So that is that trade. We would not have this 37 points, so we've not added almost 40 points, more than 40 points. But that's just the way. One place. Go back to 1 minute. So this was. Oh, I've gone too far. Yes. Okay, so this was the trade, and when we came here, same rules apply. Did we have anything from behind? No. The only thing that could have been is if you had an opportunity to short, but like if there was something returning here and you wanted to just short, so nothing. Okay. Expansion, expansion. The OB didn't touch this, not buying this, and if you did, because I thought I was looking at it at market open, it's I would not. Well, I wasn't interested in it because I saw it and it's on my chart. And this, on this feed, it doesn't need 23. Of course, in this instance, 20 points is more than enough. 20 points, that's what I was like, because this is market open, so shenanigans. It's like, but I was distracted with this actually in real life. I saw this. Why? Expansion. Type 1. OB. We didn't expand. This is just a normal candle. We didn't close below anything to signify that we wanted to go up. But we didn't. I was desperately wanting this guy to close below so that the return here would sell. But as we see in this other feed, this was valid and this was a sell, but it wasn't here. So while I was looking at this, when I saw this was playing out before I realized that, wait, why did they go to tap this? And then I saw, oh, this was the only thing that was there. So makes sense. But we're not adding this also, another 20 points we didn't add. So enough for us. Expansion, OB, thread 2 is a big one. If you're not close above this, do nothing. I was watching this desperately, nothing. So if you didn't use this expansion as a valid expansion, close below. So if we have a close below in that way, that means that we are not seeking longs for now. Short, this was here and this burnt me because I wanted, actually no, lies. Two things in this instance. I remember this now. I want to sell this, but then I was like, okay, not type 1. Additionally, we ran in the previous hour into this hold on. This is still valid. But then I wanted price to eat its own. Why? Because this guy closed below. Closed below. Of course, there was a CST. I bought, I closed. And then I was waiting. And then I saw this and I was like, should I buy? Should I buy? And in my feed, this came down. I was like, maybe this. Why? I was thinking of this. I was like, my stock was very big in this instance. It's like, do I want to suffer this drawdown? Considering the fact that, of course, this was here, but then I was even targeting this because I was like, let's use its own range of opportunity. And then this would just be for partials or something. And I was contemplating and then this candle just gapped up. It started up really. This candle opened the air, came down, then zoomed off, and I was like, did you touch it? Also because I was like, this might touch, this might still go wrong. So I snoozed in real life, but I entered and I closed. Okay, it closed up below, just like here, it closed below. You didn't trust the first CST. All right, fair enough. What did you need? Also, I was also thinking, what if we get a CST? So like we go up, come down, and go up, but for some reasons it's jumped. So in this instance, you didn't trust the CST. The second CST in this instance was too far away from your invalidation. It's still valid. This, and I was, again, the last thing I was looking was like, I was looking at this. I was like, okay, this is an OB. Sorry, this is an FEG fire bus model. Come back into it. This, the first CST, this is a model. To buy this, price must not close this FEG, but because you're safe, price should be here. Expand away. This, in this instance, I will target this. This is more than enough. Not that it went there. This is more than enough. So, enough price. 53. Noticed something, I'm just saying, it's like one of the reasons why I'm also scared is because of sizing. When you risk too much and you think of your drawdown, you think to remove more. Goes expansion, we close above with an FEG, stop seeking. Alright, so even if I close this here, what am I seeking for? I'm looking for buys. What was the first thing? This guy, very pissed off that this ran away. This was an FEG, right? You can hold a position, but you didn't hold. First type 2. We're above this now. First type 2 was here. Where are you targeting? Yeah, this is just it. That's all your trade because one, this is critical. This is number 3. I want to short. So this is critical. This is crazy considering that there were losses here. So this is the first type 2 here. This is the trade. But we're not going to take this because this is 10 points. I'm more interested in this shot because I believe in this than in this one. So I did that. So now 10 points we didn't add. And I've been beating myself for not holding. That's why I'm thinking about it. I realized that this DP and DD, yes, they lose very well. But having 2 positions can be wild. But holding, I've seen that over time, at least since the last 2 or 3 weeks I've looked at the data. The ones that pay off just pays off. It really makes up for everything. It really does. Really does. So it affects, of course, in this instance, we know what happened. This, you can even almost have 2 setups. This ran into the previous one valid entry. So you can say this one. I'm looking at this. So one valid entry. This is for it. Then this ran it in its own, but let's say this retracement was its own. That is 2 setups. Are you going to lose? Yes, of course you will lose. Even if you put it here, this is 55 points is worth it. If I buy this and I say, okay, I'm putting it below here or here, anything here, or even here, it's still worth it. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm out seeing this. Sometimes you just have to, of course, you see what is happening, so it changes your mind. But in real life, I was like, this is this. And I sold this here. But what was I doing? I was putting my stops for 20 points instead. 20 points is not the point. Why? This minimum is the point. Why? This is above. It's a Gandalf staff. I feel so disappointed in myself for not trusting, for getting this. It's kind of, yes, 34 points, but this is perfect. Your stop is above. It's not an FEG. It's above an ME11. These are good. This is a nice place for a stop for this kind of entry. So first entry. If you truly believe price was going, where do I think price would go? And this was what I had on my chart. I felt we came down here but never touched this. So where's this guy's range of opportunity? Because this was in this same hour here. Where can it go? Yeah, why? We touched this or we didn't touch this. So I had this on my chart like this. And then was it this? Oh my god, the charts are looking different. I don't know if this one got there or not, but this looks interesting. Because I could have sworn that we had a situation whereby we touched this again. Well, let's see. This goes inside nothing. Type 2, but it's not a type 2, type 1. Once this happens, even if you're not confident, you have to sell again. Stops above here, minimum. Why? This is an OB to all this, to this guy. This is the one that helps you with your 20 points. 20 points. This is still holding. You want maybe minimum of this. It dies here. Why? We are still above. There's no setup to long. So shorts, we like shorts. Shorts, nothing. OB dies. I could have sworn. I said it. You see, this is massive. This is massive. This is the problem with feeds. I said that, I said it. I was like, this feed, this is my feed. This was the feed I used to trade. Because in this, when we opened and we opened back into it. On this feed, we did not. Our MUH was here. This is madness. On this feed, we return to it. Yeah, of course, it's the one. What about here? We return to it, but here we do not. This is incredible. It's a problem. This is a massive problem. Let's see. MQ1. Where is it? MQ. Return to it. That on this feed, they do not return here. So I'll switch to this for now. And this is all of a sudden it makes sense because I was thinking when I was saying so on this speed. Oh wow, this is serious. This is massive. On this speed, you do not lose. You accept this trick and you leave it. It happened here. But on this feed and the other ones, you would see. So on the capital.com, if this runs away. So I knew it. That this is strange. Like this is massive. The difference is massive. So we tap this, reject. This is the first trade. Loses. But because I know in real life, I knew what, okay, we're in a Gandalf stuff up here. But I didn't know I couldn't put my stop here. I just couldn't because this is just me trying to accept. This took me out. I added another one here. It's like, okay, burnt me because I didn't take type 2. This type 2 has an OB to this one. All right, don't close above it. Close above it, close the trade. Came back in the next hour and saw this, and I was like, what the hell? It's madness. So we will take our first CSD that happened here, I think. Yeah. I didn't like this, but this is, I cannot use this now because yes, it's nice, but this is very interesting that this happened. It is very interesting. If anybody's watching this, let me know if you guys trade. Maybe there are difference also in the mini and the micro contract. But I know that I use this feed because I don't know what the micro. No, it's still okay out. This is strange, very strange. I'll look at it later. This might be helpful. So, loss on this. So we have this loss here, 22 points, and this other one for another, maybe if I was in this also, but I didn't see that, so it was 17. So 22, 17, and I didn't touch this again. If you come back here, please be there. Yes, this one was there. This long. This was just me drawing. I didn't take this. There was nothing. How would I have? Yes, we have a loss. Please don't be this feed. No, I just didn't see it because I wasn't thinking too long. So we have an expansion into the OB. This confirmed it. This is valid trade. 22. So we have to add that loss. And then this just shows you, okay, you're wrong. So we add almost everything. Down. This is the one we moved. This is type 2. I was trying to see that. I don't know if it came back and went up or not, but I doubt it. I don't think this trade will have won. Yeah, it did not, but gave you more than 20 points. Ah, yes, I remember I was measuring it. This old type 2, but that trade is no longer valid. Gave more than 20 points. Okay, because this was just row on to the D level. If you remember what we were trying to do. Like to run to this key, but it already got this. So on this one, and then this, so we'll continue. Yeah. So in this place, I came back, I saw this, I said, okay, this first hour did rejected, sold here, but the stop was high, stop was somewhere here. It was also low. I was like, okay, too soon. But I was like, okay, the final rejection is here. So this is 30. Fair enough, you accept it. I didn't like this. When this happened, I saw that this took it out. I was like, okay, well done, well played. What was the next thing that happened? Again, at this level, we had a type 2. So I was like, okay, let's say this is the first hour. We've tapped into it. We've tapped into this. I added another position. I was like, okay. And then I added one last one here. Of course, we're only going to take one last one here or two. Why? I was like, all right, this is the first one that tapped into this red candle. Second tapped, didn't close above. Okay, we clap this now. I want to. This is type 2 continuations. Okay, then trust it. And I closed this before this. I closed this one up after the CST, even though it's not valid. No, actually lies. I close it here, somewhere here for 20. Why? Above. So I will show what I did. So this, and then I held one. Also, like we are going down. So close this to pay. It was like $20. Came back here. This was also glorious, and I was just laughing. at this. Yes, this was still there. So this is 20 points. And it's okay. 20 points is okay. This And let's see, what was I targeting initially with this when we saw on the old one? Yeah, why? The level we didn't return here. So this is a target. Of course, we got the 11 points, but I believe on this I closed for 40 somewhere here. So we're going to have 40 on this second one. Considering the fact that this will have made it scared, but just don't stress. Why was it straight valid? Type 1. This is its OB. Yes, you expanded through it. So we want to what? Sell. What happened? We return back into it. So invalidated for sales for now because we've closed back to above our line. And where did we stop on? Stop exactly on top of our OB. I think I've deleted stuff maybe not. On top of our OB exactly, because I was surprised at how beautiful it was. Yeah, returning back to this level. So 30 points. It was an edge against this last trade. Why? We're returning back into it. If this wins, this is 17 points. If this wins, okay, now I've made more. I've made the money for this trade. If it loses, this is just 17. This is okay. It's worth it. I'm following the rules. When will I feel crazy if this didn't lose? Once this happens and this FEG closes, then you close. Excuse me, you close the trade and go. But this was there 33. It says 28 here. Oh yes, because for some reasons 28. That's strange. Maybe I was on that super extended it. No, I did not. But it's high. 28 points. So 28 points. Then dies. You want to short. Under expansion, we are back here. What are you looking for? Type 2 confirms. Because now we are looking, where don't I want to? This is where it is, but will I put it there? Very low. Well, let's say you put it in. Because why not? Now you're in F. This is what I'm saying. If I put it above here, type 2, don't confirm it. Once it does, if I put it above here, this will take me out of a very angry, especially after this happens instantly. But if I put it here, FEG, now like I'm not going to do that, that's a smartness one. This trade is already going, but let's run it as a normal setup. Where will I put it? This is type 2. You can take it. I don't take this because this is the OB for this guy. Confirm, don't take this, I don't want to. So 30 points. I'm blaming myself. Why did I enter this? Why not just leave this beautiful trade? But it is what it is. Singular trade because we are almost at the end of the range of this opportunity. So this is it. But why will I still be in it? Because I believe in this. When we opened here, what was it? This was a type 2. I would want to sell this down here. 1, to make this back up. 2, to the type 2 back. Of course, it went up and we came back into it. I'm guessing this one. So, but let's leave it alone. That's 20 points we're not adding because here I was into mechanical. I've stopped trading, etc. We are below into this, so we do not trust anything that is here to buy. You only want to trust the sells. The sell came back here because we are below, so you can trust this guy. OB, previous OB, confirm, just confirm is returning here. Price, you believe price is going down. This stops. It's above here. Actually, here. This here, and the final place would be there. If you so choose. But in this instance, we'll keep it here. So we're looking at the previous hour. We should have this. I don't want to change the labels. So we are not buying because we are below him. We are selling because if tap this, we have to go down. Our range of opportunity is down. Unless something happens here, we have to sell. I would not have this okay, because maybe when this is going, I'm thinking of my heart here, so maybe not. And that affects one point that is valid trade that we're not adding. If we add maybe close to 100 points now that we've not added for today, that is extremely valid. Expansion, because this expansion started here, close below it. I'm very pissed off. I didn't trust this. Type 2. I'm not putting my stop there. Stop goes. Don't close above this because this is the OB. Don't close above this, my entry. 38. I would definitely, the stop will be in the FUG in this instance or somewhere, but it doesn't matter. First TP, this guy. Why? 20 points. Why? Because I'm thinking this will reject. I want to buy it up. Max TP is here. I'm going to put it here. Very angle. 22 points because I could have sold from up. And closed. And then see also apart from here, but because of this, where's the next place? Here. Because for this trade, this is its level. CST actually lies here and then here. Okay, I think price dies. I don't think there was a valid OB. Yeah, price just dies. There was no valid CST up. So I intentionally did that so that it would not be like, oh, I wouldn't have taken it. No, there was no valid CST. Price just dies. Back here. So price just dies, comes here. I was watching this, but I was like, nah, we've closed below this. Buying this is just madness. There's no trick to it. What will be the next one? Okay, it fell down in this place to this level. If you're so inclined, or there was some old level, let it be stable on top of this. So it wasn't. It ran here. Price hit this low. I don't know if I had a long here, but let's see what happened. Okay, I don't know what my thinking was. I don't know what my thinking was here when I know that I had it. Type 1, confirmation. Okay, if we are so low now that we do not type 2, OB, confirmation, 2 trades, we've already hit this level. If you are going to reject 2 setups, so we have this setup, it's OB, valid, long. That was why I just knew that it was just classic because we say 1. Was it at the level? Yes, we already ran through these levels. We don't know what is happening. So if we already hit this, is valid. So number 2 was valid, T1, T2. That's so bad. That was what I was looking at. And this was valid also. The OB was the 2 bar for this. So clone, same setup, different TP, 25 points. Thank you. And then this was here, but I was like, let's target this in case there's a rejection of that level. 87.25. This is just mechanically trusting these levels. Okay. And now expansion. What are we looking for? A T2 to do what? To continue. What was the first T2 that happened? Yeah. Stops should be below here. Why? I cannot put it at an FEG here. First FEG, bag, price can come here. This is the best I can do. This is madness considering I've already taken something here. But this is me just doing the setup. We add this on top of this. I'll be looking for this. But why would I be wary of this? Oh no, I cannot use this. This is a low. So we can expect, I thought this was a trade I can, because this is a D level, but this is a DD. We are opening, our DP is below a DD level. No, so this is not a valid shot. This is just a scalp, a very quick scalp. If it gives 20, you're on your way. You give 20 and you're on. You don't even think twice, but this is, so according to the setup, this is it. This is important about this. That's what Quant was saying. Yes, it's scary with all this big stuff, 34 points, but if I'm using one lot whereby 34 points is $34 on a 100K account, on a $100 account, then I'm scared because this is a third of my account. If I'm using 0.1 lot whereby 34 lot is $3 and this is $5, it's not too much. But now I'm hungry because I'm not making most of this. So what is about the balance? And that's why I sometimes use two setup, but it's all more about, this is $5 for the day on the 100 account, that's 5%. Yes, it's a lot that you're risking, but because if it loses, but this is following instruction. And part of the things I understand that truly understanding about getting an epiphany with the risk management is, it's not really about the fact that you're not making money. It's about the fact that when, let's say you're starting with $100, I'm just saying, maybe let's say $1,000, and you're playing with $1,000 here. Of course, okay, on $1,000, this is $34 and this is $54. It doesn't, it's like, not too much. What is much? $54 is 5%. It's a 5. Let's say 50 is 5 times, that's 20, 50 times 20 is 500. So yeah, it's 5%. It's 5%. That's insane. That is insane. That is very good. And even if it's not good, it's like that's just one setup. But this is what I noticed on telling myself in this place is that by using appropriate risk management, it gives you opportunity to trust your own setup, to enter, to engage, because you know that if it loses, yes, it loses, but then you can hold. If I put one lot here whereby if this loses, this is 30 on 1,000. If this loses, let's say 10 lots, it is 340, but if it wins, it's 500. By the time this is in drawdown and I'm down by 260 on my 1,000 account, I'm feeling the pressure. Let's say it starts here, because that's what I would do. There's a trade here. So this is the mental stop if I didn't even use an SL. Once this happens, so this goes into drawdown, this does OB, another type 2 goes down. Maybe I'm even adding, I'm thinking, okay, maybe not. Once this comes back into it, I'll buy this. I will buy it. Now it goes into another drawdown of 140. This is 100 and let's say 140. When this one was down there, that was 278. Let's just say 260. That is 300. That is $400. Now I'm concerned. That is half of my account. I'm very scared. Of course, if it wins, it's glorious. But what will I do? when this is up. Once this gets to this level, I'm seeing 240 on this account, and on this one, I'm back above break even, and I'm seeing $100. I will close it. I will close this, and even maybe close this. And when this comes up, like, oh, thank God I closed it. Yet, according to our trading, this becomes invalidated. Not here. Of course, it's closing above this, but this is the expansion. We do not seek shorts because this range to this range is not important. It's not. This is the range we're looking at now, and we're here. So this trade becomes only invalidated until here. So when I'm seeing this, I'm thinking, okay, yes. And this is also the thing. Even if I was holding these two positions and I've not closed, once I'm seeing this, all of a sudden I'm seeing this type 1, okay, I see under type 2, I'm thinking, oh, this type 2, of course it's not a type 2, but the indicator says type 2 and the BOA. Type 2, oh, please, then I want to close it. Oh, I'll accept the loss, I close this at break even. Or this one is below, this is below. Once this happens, any little thing back here, I close it. Then they'll move on. And yet, just like above when we took that shot, what is happening here? Because we took a shot whereby type 2s were just opening. Type 2 1, type 2. Of course, some of them are FG, but you get what I'm saying. Type 2, a nearly type 2, another type 2. 1, 2, 3. Continuation trading telling us to go up. Okay, if I close here, now I'll be struggling to enter here. That's a valid trade. And this, but that is the invalidation by over-risking. The bad habit of over-risking is that it also affects the good habits of a good trade. That's the pain. It affects the good habit of a good trade, a very wonderful trade. You're too scared to hold it. I'm too scared to hold it. If I risk too big, I close at 20 points or 10 points, and then this is the range of opportunity. Why? Because I've risked too much. I'm scared of it. The size of what I'm not saying, maybe I'm risking times 10, times 100 of what I use normally. And that is if it wins, if it goes against me, account is blown. So we have to, the most important thing is to trust the setup first. The rule says, so in the morning, when I was trading, just to go back, these guys were losing because even though this gave 20 points, 17, it lost because I wanted, this is the rule says this, or 20 points plus 20 points, this is good, but I accepted that loss. I accepted this loss. Maybe there was a loss here too. I think there was another loss here too that is not shown here. I accepted that loss to go up. Because we wanted we had a type 2 to go up. We accepted this loss. So we're following the rules. We've taken 3 losses based on the fact that we believe price will expand based on the little data we have. Now, all of a sudden, we cannot trust it here. Why? Because I have a bigger size here. And yet I'm going to miss out on 50 points. Even if you do not take this, even if I believe this might reject price halfway, this 20.25, first position, second position, third position, appropriate risk. That is 3 times. Okay, if it was $100 account, let's say 4, that's $12. It's true. 20 points. Half of this, 37 points. Last one. And part of the reason why I don't move to break even is also like this, or like we saw here. This is the trade itself. Either close it or trust it. Let it be safe. Let it be very safe. In this instance, my break even goes once we're close, because yes, this is not a level that I trust. But first, we have to also, I want to sell this desperately. Why should I close my trade when I thinking price might get there for me to sell down? So close above this, fine, break even now. $45, maybe because when this happened and now you close this trade and you miss all of this. 45 on one entry, and we saw that we could have gotten this entry, because this is not the entry, this is just the CST. And if it's close to this current entry, I don't have to add here, it's just more confident. Add here, so 57, we didn't add 57, we didn't add 45, we only added this, so we added only 45, we didn't add 41. We've not added almost over 200 points today. And this day looks so crazy, but yet it's valid. The expansion, but we expanded again above it. Of course, okay, it's a type 2, but another one, CST, goes above, comes back. Where am I going? I'm looking at this. Of course, it says a type 2, but we know comes back, OB. You're buying this. Why are you scared not to buy? Because this. So if you're too scared to put that, this is too big, and I close it. Because according to this, price can come here, should come here. So we would set. We cannot do that, but in an alert, look if price comes back here or not. So these are levels. Then if you didn't take this, of course, this one, and it will have been annoying, but it is what it is. One doesn't come back, fair enough, bounces off. It hits this, nothing, short. I do not like this, but I would sell it. Why? It's above. It's a DP. I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to lie to myself. Maybe this will not take me off. Then it failed. Then it lost, or maybe this took me. I don't know. Then it lost. Well, but it's so close to my invalidation. This is here. This is there. Then this. Oh yeah. Takes me out 15 points. Okay, it's going up. And I know why it's going up. This Gandalf is failing to close. It's failing, and it closed here. Then alright, goodbye. So we have another 14. So I've added all the losses, and I've minimized more than 200 points. And I think we are done. We can collapse this. Prices are on it. Wow. And we come here. We expand. This is the expansion, the first expansion, second expansion. Okay. Now we're looking for buys. No buys. This would have been very annoying. Surely continues, failed. Continues, nothing, taps it. Now I want to sell. I'm selling this. I am. 3 points. Now what I've noticed also is that most times D and DP levels, if your trade is going to win, they just expand. Really, you don't waste time. You don't. Okay, it comes back here, but you see, because it goes below CST. Oh, this didn't even go below. It didn't even close below. So just a week. So we didn't even need this. I think it was just, yeah. So in this feed we needed this. Okay, on that feed it is a difference in feed. On this feed it didn't, because if you're in this feed, we didn't even need it. It's enough to buy this. What I've just observed is that in this instance, goes up, comes and goes up, loses, taps it here, CST, yes, dumps, comes back, expands away. expands through it. That's what I've noticed. Like when we have too many things, when it's taking forever, it's not interested. It wants to die. It wants to leave it. So I'm thinking that I am. Maybe with this newfound stuff, I'll close the trade, but no. 33. This I'm like, because it's a typical day whereby you take all the losses, you miss all the good trades, and you feel so bad. But this life, it happens, and it makes sense to me. It's annoying to take, but if the risk is not crazy, it's not a bad one. Why? I would have loved to have a type, especially after we close above here, to have a type 2 buy. Oh, that's given me so much joy because then I'll have had this before this, but I will not sell this type 2. I'll be ignoring it because I trust D and DP, but I also know that it shouldn't take this much time. I know, but this is just an observation. I'm glad that this is confirmed again. Most times it should just run. It should just run. When you start seeing that it's slow, it's not worth it. And I think I remember there was this one that Andrew also had then, whereby it was like it took 18 points and it was like it wrote it on the group, and even on Chish group that it feels like price wants to expand, and that's just the price expands away. It's not ready. Closes above. Until we close below this, we are not ready. 33 points. Alright, fair enough. Goes. Maybe we entered again. I do not know. But this is just a 33. Alright, goes above. What am I looking for? We are heading here. We are heading here. Of course, when this candle is doing this, I'm thinking my stop is going. Why? Very close above this. I didn't buy this. Very close, like 3 minutes to go. We are still above. And by the time this opens, we are coming for my stop. Definitely. It's number 2. So, and it's okay, right? We saw reasons. Type 2 continuation. Type 2 continuation. If you're trading each trade as a setup, this is the trade. This is this trade. This is down here. No FEG, nothing. I'll put this here. Targeting this, just holding it as a hedge. But I would not, because I truly believe this. But this is just where the discretionary comes stuff. Okay. Maybe last time I'm feeling okay. Maybe I'm having too much. Let me just hedge it one, so I hedge one position. Well, we didn't do that. Expansion. Don't expand this above this with an FEG. Does it have an FEG? No. Expansion, FEG, OB closed above it. This is OB, FEG. Okay, now I'm seeking this. Buy. Like to buy. Buy this. Of course, this is it, but OB, this. Where am I targeting? This next. What happened here? Very annoying, very annoying. Failed to reach it. Reaches it, and then this big one. But what did I say? Really, I've just observed. If it's going to win, it should just from here. Should be more. This is 3 o'clock. Oh, this chart is going to end. This is the futures. It's 26 points. Let's look. Okay, now it's reversing. It hit it here. No CSD. Okay, you know it can come here because we've taken this high. So for me, it's like under expansion, type 2 to buy. This can go. We'll see how this trade plays out. This is the trade. This is the last one. Yeah. Don't put it here. No bottom weak. Alright, I'm putting it here. 22 points is worth it, or 25. 57. So in all these trade trips, that's $5 for 25. Isn't this beautiful? We don't know where to go. It could lose. This trade could lose. But this is the range of opportunity. So I'm going to create a market order. Let's sell. And I'm going to create a limit. That's what I do sometimes. So if it comes back to my limit here, sell. But it might not come back. Gandalf, come back into it. CST of this, run. But this is taggable entry. This is even you just trusted it. What is here again? Oh my god. Expansion, OB, CST of it. Quant is selling this. This 56 points. Because we called it that I have to sell this, of course we're not on the chart. You have to. And I'll cancel the other order. But this is the last hour of the day. That is 40 points. 40 points, are you kidding me? 40 points. This, at least, 40. No, my ego is going to, oh, this is 47, I'll say 50. Oh, yeah. This is what I've noticed. If it's going to work, it will displace away from it. Displace away from it. But at this point, we've closed something up. Added here, came back here. It's not a B. I don't go to B. You cannot. This is a wonderful setup. This is just hard more. Because why? Because we know that closing above the D means we will touch this level again. So it's okay that it came down. That's why it came down at this. It went up. Came to our entry. I believe that is 50 points already. More than. And now we're waiting for 57 so that we can recover. We got 50 points. We'll record 50 points because it's going to do it in one move. You can do it. It's going to reverse. $57. Thank you. Madness. So what did we have for this week? This was pre this week, so this is minus 57. This is our trade. The range of opportunity is still here. We are not salvages. This is end of the day. This is okay. 35 points. We left something open. If it loses 48, if it wins, you're already up by. What am I trying to say is like, it doesn't matter. Even if it's minimum lot, this is $4. Even if it's 40 cents, this is. I'm just saying that that's not. So our wins for this. So this is this week using one setup. So we would have 22 plus 20 plus 100 plus 53 plus 20 plus 40 plus 28 plus 22 plus 87 plus 25 plus 45 plus 57. We're not holding this. 519. We didn't hold this fully. We didn't add more than 200 points, almost 300 points that we didn't add. Of course, trading our rates for most of us is impossible because you're working. Expansion, forgetting our trade. Give us an OB. Yeah, let's buy it up or not. If you give an FEG, this is last trade, last day of the month, last Friday of the month, weekend. What am I doing here? Nothing. Goodbye. Thank you for your nice trade. Bye. This so 10 plus 12 plus 7 plus 22 plus 17 plus 22 plus 30 plus 20 plus 33 167. So today we've taken as much loss as we took in the last 4 days. Okay, so what? Yesterday was, I said it yesterday was a great day. Okay, but that's still a 3-1. This is madness because you're still up. This is 135, 350, 352 points in a day. If you're using a 100K account, let's say you even took a $100 account. Let's say you took let's say we took the first losses. This is 29, 30, took one. You took the second one, you're up 40, 10. You took this 100. 100 means I can take this guy, and this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 or less than 50. So with just this alone, let's say you took all this with just this one, but I took this. Let's say you took this and then you have this losses. All right, these are taking everything. Then you are just playing since money, just profit. This. I'm not counting all the trades. I don't need you guys understand. I don't have to explain them. Total wins 59 plus 1057. Madness. Oh, this is the start for this week. Just using 4 simples, continuations, and this one setup. Of course, I would not take all of this, but most of us would start our trade. Maybe you didn't trade on Monday. You start your trade. Let's say each trade, and yes, the last trade, 2, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So you're taking the last 8 trade. Let's say each trade is happening every 1 hour. This, and you're taking every losses. So I don't know how to explain. So we only take the last 8 trades and we'll take all the losses while we are watching this. So last 8 trades plus all losses when so we can calculate all the losses is 327. So you took all the losses, even the ones that are before, because life. Last 8 trades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So starting from here. Maybe not. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is New York Open. So starting from here, I trade New York Open. Now, let's even say you didn't trade New York Open. Start from Chicago Open. 47 plus 20 plus 11 plus 20 plus 16 plus 16 is 130. The next day, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 20 plus 21 plus 17 plus 10 plus 25. So 7 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus, let's say now this other happened after. 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take this, or let's even say we just had this. You didn't have other opportunity for this ones. 75 plus 45 plus 62 plus 29 plus 25 plus 40 plus 41 plus 26. Like I said, Thursday was a very good day. That's covered all this loss. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 40 plus 28 plus 22 plus 87 plus 25, 55, 57. Plus 23 plus 93. We are still up by 500 points, which is that's an average of 100 points per day. Average of 100 points per day means if I was using minimum lot size on a $100 account, I'm up $50. If I had a 1,000 account, I'm up $500. I'm up by 50% of my account. This is not a high win rate. This is not a high win rate. I was telling Erica, KFC doesn't. If you're using one setup, in my opinion, doesn't have a very high win rate. I now spend too much time, but let's just show it. This is this week's data. You see, like we said, no expansion. This is maybe part of the times. This is so if this comes back and go, but I'm not interested in this. So on Monday we have, and we didn't even record. I took all the losses and didn't even record any wins on Monday. Let's not forget that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That's a lot of trading. 59 wins. Losses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So in total 59 plus 24, that's 88 trades in total. Sorry, 59 divided by 83. Okay, maybe not bad. Win rate 71%. This is good for one time frame. We didn't use, I'm not even incorporating win fall as much as I should. Win call. This is just mechanical trading. Will it last like this? I do not know. Last week I was doing it, I got too excited because it was wonderful. I've noticed about this is that it's really good to show up because there are days like, I don't know, maybe this day was the worst day, 100-point day. We said that's the worst day. Or there are days that are exhausting, or even this day where there's a lot of losses. But every week, at least, maybe, let's just say my mind is playing with me. There is always this, there's always a setup like this that is showing about this. There's always a day like this whereby everything is just almost perfect. And these are the days where you have to kill because this is 618. These are the days you have to just kill And this on this day we minimized what we could get. And if on all these setup that are more than 20, you just keep it at 20. And you still take all these losses. So all these 40, we keep it all at 20. So we take all our losses and we kept all our 59 trades. Okay, because some are 13, some are 6. We keep, let's say we say all the ones that are below. Okay, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 trades. So 59 minus 14, that's 45 trades. Okay, so remove all those trades. We have 45 trades left. I will say all those 45 trades, we only closed at 20 points. That is 45 times not 20, that is still 900 points, and we take all the losses as full losses. That is 900. Let's say we take all these losses and we use an average of 30 points. That is 720. Is it nice? No. So 24 trades times 30 points. Did that help us? No. But let's count how many losses in this trade. In our losing day, they are above 20 points. None here, none here, none here, none here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All throughout this week of the 20 trades, only 4 trades were above 20 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. All happening today. Only 4 trades above 20 points. Losses. That is incredible. And this is on video. You can watch today and today too. 4. That is amazing. So let's even say half of this trade was 30. That's 12. That's 360. And the remaining half were 20 points. So 360 times plus 240. That is 600. So if we said we removed all the trades that were less than 20, and we only took 20 on all our trades, even though we had trades that get to 100 and 40.75, we had 900. We are still up 300 points for the day. So if that's $30, that's 30% on my account. If I was using $100, that's $300. That's 30% on if I was on every account. 30% gain in a week, removing more than half of the trades, keeping it at 20. I'm looking for different permutations to make it a terrible one, to make it a really, really terrible week. It still does well. Amazing. So, have a wonderful one, guys. Yeah, this is big food for thought. And I'm surprised I have a shot that is ongoing. This is a special. Alright.